Wow, so that last video got a lot of views. I now have 5,000 more followers than I did a few days ago, so welcome. I loved reading all your comments. Before I move on to the next conglomerate, I must post a bit more, tying up some loose ends. A few people asked, wouldn't this be a duopoly? Because in my last video, I was comparing the two megacorps, and it would be if they were the only two players. As we will soon find out, they are not. Going back to Loblaws for a second here. You can pause to read this if you'd like. This was on page 160 of 170 of the 2021 annual report for Loblaws. It explains the ownership structure, and on the next picture, I've attempted to put this into a bit of a diagram and fill in any blanks for you. So up at the top, Loblaws also owns the stores up there, and then Loblaws is owned by Weston Company, which also owns Choice Properties, which is a real estate holding company with about 14.9 billion in assets, and are the landlords of all these companies at the bottom here. Here are the high-level financials from the annual report. In 2021, Loblaws had total revenues of $52 billion. You have to add 6 zeros to these numbers, and their profit margin was 30.7%. Now popping back over to Empire, here's what I originally reported on the last video. And here's an updated version showing the other stores I missed, the brands that they own, as well as, of course, they have a real estate company, because why wouldn't they? From their annual report, they're bragging that they've increased their dividend by 10%. How did they do that? They have $30.2 billion in sales for 2021 with a profit margin of 25.4%. When I was 16, I had my first job at Sobeys, and they would always tell us how the profit margin on food was 2%. So either that was a lie or grocery has gotten a lot more profitable. It's important to realize that these profit margins are not the only profits going to corporations. This is the profit seen by the final store in the supply chain. There are profits in the supply chain to the farmers, probably a small amount, very small amount, and then the transportation companies that take the raw materials and move it all around, as well as the manufacturers of the various products like Nestle and Coca-Cola, for example. So everyone gets profit along the way, which does not help keep consumer costs down. As we evolve into a more inclusive society, I think it's very important to look at this piece too. I have a lot to cover still. I appreciate all your comments, even if I can't reply to them all. I want to blow up these big corporations to show everyone how important it is to support small businesses. If you are a small business owner, I want to help you. Join my mailing list to take this off the clock app. And remember, eat the rich.